What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey 672 coming to you guys with a video right now. So we're going to go through Eagles notes for the first day of training camp, padded training camp, which I'm really excited to do, guys. I've been waiting for this day because the content is going to be flushing out every single day. Finally, we have something, and I'm really excited. So we're going to go on to the first bit of news is probably the bad news. We have some injuries, guys. First day of practice, and it's not pretty at all. It's really not. And the Eagles announced that Javon Hargrave will be out multiple weeks on an upper body injury. Derek Barnett is out week to week. This is going to hurt right now. Now, this could probably pretty much show that these guys will not even, this is crazy. We've been trying to get past this, and unfortunately, there's no season-ending injuries here, but Javon Hargrave is a big piece next to Fletcher Cox, and we really need him to play first week. So I'm hoping to God that he comes back by week one of the season against the Washington football team, because we really need him lined up next to Fletcher Cox. I understand we have Malik Jackson, but we want these guys fully here. We want the full squad on the field week one. We need to have them fully here, just there. You know what I mean? We can't afford this. And that's when I saw this news this morning, I was kind of like, you got to be kidding me. Like, at all the times we have to do this, it's been absolutely crazy. So I don't know. It's going to be absolutely insane. So let's get on to the other news of Carson Wentz, talking about he hit 250 pounds of his weight, which works very well for him. All the beat writers have been watching Carson Wentz on the field saying he looks a lot stronger. His arm looks better. He just looks like he's just very healthy. Been taking care of his body. Carson Wentz was talking about Miles Sanders and talking about how, you could line him up in the slot and he could be a dangerous like running back, dual threat receiver as well if you want to line him up in the slot. He's coming up for a big year today. Talked about the other running backs as well. Corey Clement looking very strong out there. Obviously, there's no defense really hurdling tackles at him and stuff. But Corey Clement came in looking really good agility, just the way he's moving out there. He's looking very healthy. So maybe it's a plus for Corey Clement coming in this season. Now, I want to talk about Carson Wentz and his straight passes today. Kind of give you the stats of what's going on with Carson Wentz and seeing what we're doing here. So I'm going to go over some of the stats for him. Carson Wentz connected on 5 straight passes, 2 in the middle, about 15 yards. I think red zone, he had 5 touchdowns in the red zone today. I think he had 1 bad pass that was almost intercepted by Alex Singleton, linebacker. And so at the end of the day, Carson Wentz looked pretty good. I think he had 29 reps. So Carson was pretty much 13 for 19, 5 touchdowns, 0 picks today. Okay, so I was really happy to see that Carson is not having, coming back the first day. Obviously Carson's been practicing with some of these receivers before they got here, and he's been mentally prepared because of what's been going on with the coronavirus and just the pandemic in general. Everything's kind of shifted in a different direction. No preseason, so you got to look at it that way. Okay, now if you want to talk about the other quarterbacks, so Nate Sudfeld and Jalen Hurts pretty much split up the reps today. I think 16-16. So the one thing that everyone was looking at Jalen Hurts today. They were eyeballing him like crazy today. So what they've noticed about Jalen Hurts is he's very smooth in the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, and honestly, he had some really good passes today. He had two passes, corner of the end zone today. He had a really nice 30-plus yard gain from John Hightower on the sideline over Rasul Douglas. 2 red zone touchdowns to Deontay Burnett. And did a really good job. When you think about some of these quarterbacks, we all know that Nate Sudfeld was named the backup quarterback, but at the end of the day, they split the reps. Kind of weird how they just split the reps 16-16, since Nate is supposed to get more of the reps and doesn't, and Jalen Hurts is getting a good amount of reps. I don't know. Jalen Hurts has a huge chance to beat Nate Sudfeld. I just think he's more athletic. I think he's got I think he's better all around quarterback. Obviously, it's his first day. I've always thought that Nate wasn't going to be on top of Jalen. I think in time, Jalen Hurts will be the backup quarterback, which Doug is kind of sugarcoating it, saying he's the gadget guy and Nate is the backup because we're going to be using Jalen Hurts in this offense, obviously. But I think there's more to it than that. So the receivers that were pretty much not starting on the field today, guys that were sidelined, you had J.J. Arcega-Whiteside not play. Don't know why. Who else? I think Alshon Jeffrey was sidelined as well today. So it's been crazy. But the starting wide receiver core for the Philadelphia Eagles was Deshaun Jackson, Jalen Reagor, Greg Ward, Andre Dillard, okay? So that was pretty damn cool seeing that with some of those guys and what they're trying to do. But I'm very happy with this receiver core to have. You're starting Greg Ward in the slot. Obviously, the Eagles were thinking that, you know, Greg Ward is in the mix for the starting slot receiver spot. Could happen. Obviously, it really could happen. But, you know, you have to see down the road what happens. Jalen Reagor looked very good today. He had a few passes in the middle of the field. A lot of the beat writers were saying, and some of the players were saying, that when Jalen Reagor catches the ball, it's like he can go any direction. His start and stop speed is fantastic. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Which we all thought. I mean, if our first round pick works out, I'm ready for, you know, Jalen Reagor to have a big year. But you had Jalen Reagor, Deshaun Jackson, Greg Ward in the slot. I liked it a lot. You know, obviously we didn't really hear too much news about Quez Watkins, and besides John Tower getting a nice pass for Jalen Hurts today. Other than that, that's pretty much it with those guys coming in right now. Now, when you go to the offensive line right now, Andre Dillard missed some reps with a little injury today. He got knocked down on a play, shouldn't miss time. So don't know what's going on with that. And that's very crucial. Andre Dillard should not be missing any reps, period, whatsoever. Shouldn't be missing any reps. I don't know why that's happening, but maybe he just lost his breath on a play. It was on a run play. Something happened. And then hearing on top of that Jason Peters had some lower body injury or some type of little thing that happened with him today, and he really didn't have too many reps today either. So it's kind of pissing me off. Kind of not what I want to expect, and kind of worried about expecting this, but we don't need Andre Dillard missing snaps on top of everything else, getting Jason Peters at right guard. I mean, look, it's the first day of camp. I'm not going to freak out about it, but you know, these guys are just it's just annoying me with these injuries and just what's going on. So, I mean, other than that, we'll find out more in the coming days. We still have a few weeks left before the season starts, but we'll see what happens. So starting on the defensive side of the ball today. So the starting defense, you had Avonte Maddox lined up opposite of Darius Slay. We've been trying to figure who's going to line up opposite. So first day with the first team defense, Avonte Maddox lines up opposite of Darius Slay. And you had Nicole Roby-Coleman in the slot, of course. And then the second string players were Sidney Jones. I think you had Sidney Jones, Cravon LeBlanc, and Rasul Douglas. Those are the three on the second team. Okay. And the second team did not stand out whatsoever. So didn't look good for those guys whatsoever. Sidney Jones, nothing was really said about him whatsoever. When you go to the linebacker core, Sean Bradley showed some flashes today. He made 2 tackles and drills. I think Dallas Goedert caught a really short pass and got trampled on by Sean Bradley, gave him a real hard hit. And then Sean Bradley had a sack on the quarterback today. Would have been a sack. Obviously, they're not tackling in training camp, the QBs, but he pretty much grabbed him, got him, and pretty much got him down. And what everyone kind of says about Sean Bradley, drafted from Temple, of course, he's another guy that has a lot of speed, and that's what the one thing they could say about Sean Bradley. He's got some speed, I think, and Jim Schwartz mentioned it too. With this linebacker core, it's pretty much a very fast, and it's a group that's very fast, and he hasn't had that since being in Philadelphia. We haven't really had any fast linebackers coming in, so it's been kind of crazy. But, guys, other than that, besides the injuries, guys, I think, this is a nice little starting foundation. We still need to figure what's going on. Kind of pisses me off that Derek Barnett and Javon Hargrave are going to be out multiple weeks. When you hear Doug say day by day for Derek Barnett, that's not good. Derek Barnett's been working his tail off. And then all of a sudden, first day, it's a lower upper body injury. It's a lower body injury for Derek Barnett. It's just been crazy. And Javon Hargrave, we're paying him top 6 defensive tackle money right now. and he's going to be out multiple weeks with an upper body injury. So I don't know what's going to go on. You know, those are my concerns right now. Those two injuries and the injuries to just the little nagging injuries to Jason Peters and Andre Dillard. Like, the two guys that are most important on this offensive line this year are like dealing with little injuries on the first day, and it's kind of pissing me off. But that's really about it, guys. Those are the training camp notes for today. Tomorrow we'll have more coming out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, just bringing out the most important things that came out of training camp. I'm going to go in detail, but if it's some things that are like every little thing that really doesn't matter, there's some things that just don't matter, like, you know, some things. But I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. If you guys haven't, put a like on this video. I suggest you do. It really does help me out. And that's pretty much it. So I will see you guys later. Shake Squad up. Fly, Owls, fly. Peace out, guys.